I welcome everyone to today's video. In this video, we're going to talk about usage of VFX and CGI in the movie Fast X, and also about how stunts are created that you then see on your screens, as well as the participation of actors in these stunts and their interaction with visual effects. Apart from a giant explosion destroying Rome, most of it was done for real. It's just a mix of different elements that were put together. One thing that really was complex and done practically was that a giant bomb rolled down the streets of Rome. It was a 1-ton, obviously not a bomb, but they recreated a 1-ton metal ball that was rolled down the ancestral city, where everything is perfect and cannot be rebuilt. And they had cables holding it and everything, but frankly, they could not miss the stunt. And the only thing to really stop it was that car, was Dom's Charger. And they did it for real. They set it up. They set it on fire. They blew up gas stations. All that stuff was done for real, in Rome. The town government, the city of Rome, and the mayor just opened their streets to us and just said, "All right, go ahead, create magic, but don't break anything." The Rome sequences were shot in different locations, some in Rome and some in Turin, and, as the story had a particular pace, some of the locations had to be compressed distance-wise. So, the final look is not necessarily true to life. They combined together the two shoot locations to create the Rome environments, either by altering the Turin plates and adding Roman features, or by enhancing the Rome plates. The stunt-making process begins with thorough pre-production planning. The director, stunt coordinator, and other key members of the production team collaborate to design and choreograph the stunts. This involves storyboarding, creating animatics, animated storyboards, and sometimes using computer-generated imagery, CGI, pre-visualization, to map out the sequence. Then, highly trained stunt performers, often doubling for the main actors, are chosen to execute the dangerous actions. These professionals are skilled in various disciplines, including driving, fighting, and performing aerial maneuvers. The Fast X is known for its practical effects and real stunts. Many of the stunts involve actual vehicles and physical sets. Specialized cars are often built to withstand the demands of the stunts, and these vehicles are driven by skilled stunt drivers. Some stunts might involve green screen and CGI to enhance the visuals or achieve elements that would be too dangerous to execute in reality. This could include adding explosions, enhancing backgrounds, or creating elements that are physically impossible. In scenes that require characters to perform extraordinary feats, such as jumping from high places or leaping between moving vehicles, wire work is often employed. Stunt performers are attached to safety harnesses and wires, which are later removed using CGI. VFX are often used to enhance practical stunts, making them appear even more spectacular and dangerous on screen. For example, if a car jump is performed practically, VFX might be used to extend the length of the jump or to add additional vehicles or obstacles in the environment. Explosions, crashes, and other environmental effects are commonly achieved through VFX. This allows filmmakers to create controlled and repeatable sequences that might be too dangerous or impractical to achieve on set. VFX can be used to create digital doubles of actors or stunt performers for scenes that are too risky or impossible to shoot in reality. This might involve placing the actor's face on a stunt performer's body or creating entirely digital characters for complex sequences. Cars and vehicles are a central element of the Fast X. VFX can be used to manipulate the movement, speed, and behavior of vehicles in scenes where practical effects and real driving aren't feasible. In scenes involving wire work or rigs that support actors during action sequences, VFX can be used to remove these elements in post-production, creating a seamless illusion. The actual speed at which a Fast X film is shot with VFX depends on various factors, including the complexity of the scenes, the number of visual effects shots, the availability of technology, and the production timeline. Keep in mind that the film industry is constantly evolving, with new technologies and techniques being developed that can impact how VFX are integrated into movie production. When it comes to the design aspect, each car in the movie is based on a real car used in the stunt scenes, even the cool El Camino fitted with cannons driven by Jacob. Their goal was to create CG versions of these cars that exactly resembled the real ones, including capturing the various levels of damage the cars sustain throughout the story. For instance, the Charger RT in the Portugal sequence had 5 different high-resolution damage variations. We paid attention to the modeling and texture details, even for the interior of the car, since there were scenes where the doors would be open as Lil. Brian jumps from Dante's Fairlane to Dom's Charger. It was crucial for them to maintain continuity and replace cars or parts of cars as necessary to ensure consistent damage. In the end, it becomes nearly impossible to distinguish between the real cars and the CG versions. Green screens are used to shoot scenes where actors need to interact with environments or elements that will be added through VFX in post-production. Actors perform in front of a green screen, and the background is replaced with computer-generated imagery during the editing process. This allows actors to appear as if they're in different locations or situations. Before shooting complex action sequences, filmmakers often create pre-visualization or previs animations. These are rough animated sequences that give actors a visual reference for how the final scene will look. Actors can study these animations to understand their movements, interactions, and reactions within the VFX-enhanced environment. During filming, markers or reference points might be placed on set to guide actors' movements and actions. These markers serve as alignment points for VFX artists to accurately place digital elements within the scene. In scenes with a mix of practical effects and VFX, actors might interact with real props and elements that will later be enhanced or extended through visual effects. For example, an actor might drive a real car, while VFX will be added to create a more spectacular crash. In scenes where only certain parts of a set are built, actors interact with props and partial set pieces. VFX artists then extend the set and environment digitally to create a complete and immersive scene.